Come on, Tobe. It's pretty dark out today. Look, you can just see the white on Toby. Hey, Gogo, what's happening? First in, #1 crown. We're in the dark here. You can just barely see the white on Toby. Yeah, it's really early. Well, not really. It's about 6:38 a.m. But with the seasons changing, it's dark. When we do our time change, it'll make a little bit of a difference. Assad Danger Brand, Toby's #1 fan. What's going on, bro? What's going on? We're good. We're good, Assad. Yeah, it's not early at all, Goga. It's just dark. And we got clear skies. You can see all the stars up there. It's just dark. I believe at the end of this coming month, October, we do the time change. But until then, I'll probably have to do my live streams in the evening, maybe, because it's just too dark. Yeah. You know, Goga, I really liked your Sunday service yesterday with Tina Marie. I had never watched her, but I saw her in my feeds, but I never clicked on her. It was very, very interesting. She's come from a dark place to where she is today. You know, everybody goes through that in one way or another. But like everybody was saying yesterday, you can't let that define the rest of your life, how you grew up, what you lived through. 3:40 p.m. Assad, since the floods came, and have any of the fields been able to be worked for crops? Do you guys try to get the sand out of there? How does that work? Do you plow it under? Oh, it's really dark. You can see the horizon there where the sun's coming. Four feet of sand. Yeah, you're not getting rid of that. So what do? Are those fields done forever? Will the sand blow away? If we head any further east, we'll have a hard time getting back home, because there's not many roads that go north once you head east from here. So we'll go south a little bit. It's going to be dark. We're not by any of the major streets that are going to have a lot of street lights. 4 feet of sand. That's crazy. You can just see Toby. He's glowing in the dark. Look at that. He used to be real funny walking in the dark. Like he was scared, you know. Now he's at the end of the leash. He's not scared anymore. But it wasn't that long ago where he was right next to me or behind me walking in the dark. The sun will be up here in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe max. I was contemplating whether to come on at all, and I was checking my camera to see if there was any light gathering. There's only street lights here and there, you know. We're not on a busy street. We stay off the busy streets. Hey, Simone TV, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Those were some funny receipts yesterday. Goga, are you here? That was pretty funny. We're heading back into the darkness here. Did everybody have a good weekend? We had a pretty decent weekend. We had a really decent weekend at the dog show. I usually have a good time. It's only every once in a while it's not fun. What makes it not fun is when you don't win anything. And what really makes it not fun is when a lesser dog beats your dog. There's a lot of politics involved. And apparently the professional handlers see a little bit of favoritism. But we've beat professional handlers, even though we're not very professional. But we did good. We did good on Saturday. We were the best male. And on Sunday, we got a reserve best male. And what's crazy is that one of the male dogs that we beat on Saturday won the whole breed on Sunday. The dog that won Sunday didn't win anything Saturday. That's crazy. Different judges every day, though. So that's how you get so many different outcomes. Is the different judges interpret the breed standards differently, I guess. So you don't always get the same thing. Your dog can be best of breed, win best of show one day, and get bounced out the next day by the next judge. You just never know. But the last couple shows we've been at, Toby didn't do well on Sundays. So this was only a 2-day show, and he didn't do well on Sunday. The last show before that was a 4-day show, and he did really poor on Sunday. I wonder if he knows the what day of the week it is, and he just wants to relax or something. Come on, Tobe. He was, they're supposed to trot. Like, you could see him trotting like that. They're supposed to trot like that, only a little faster. And you control that by when you're running alongside them. You speed them up or slow them down by pulling on the lead or talking to them. And when we got in the ring Sunday morning, it was at 8 a.m. ring time, of course. 8 a.m. Oh my God, they do the border collies like that all the time. Just about every show we go to, we're 8 a.m. or 8:30. Oh, look at that, some scary Halloween. But anywho, the minute we crossed the ring gate, Toby stuck his nose to the ground, and I had to drag him into the ring. He was sniffing to where the other dogs had been standing, and he wasn't giving up. I literally had to drag him. This is the time of the year that the female dogs are coming into heat, and when they're in heat, they don't restrict them from the dog show. You just, as a courtesy, you tell all your competitors, stay back, my dog's in heat, you know. But the other dogs can still smell it. You know, they smell 100 times stronger than humans. So, morning. That's what he was doing. He was sniffing butts, but on the ground. And once he went like that, I knew it was all over. We weren't winning nothing on Sunday because he was out of position and acting funny. Hey, Trickcoat, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Uh-oh, we got a message held for a review. This is a Border Collie. I'm taking it this is German. We're in USA. But yeah, he had his nose stuck to the ground. And we weren't winning nothing. And then he went to galloping instead of trotting, and I couldn't slow him down. And then the girl dog that won the breed on Saturday, she went to doing the same thing. So that left the dog that we beat. He's just a class dog like us. He moved perfect, so he took the win. The dogs that earned all the points the day before went to acting goofy. So he got the only point available. And on Saturday we got 1 point and the girl got 1 point because she beat us. We watched a lot of the breeds just in the early morning. He ran a couple of fast cats, but we didn't get the times because the official's computer wasn't working. We're in Michigan, Trickcoat, about 100 miles north of Detroit. Let's see, what's our problem here? Oh, they're gonna keep holding your messages unless you type in English. We only understand English. What's going on today, Assad? Are you still gaming with Shark Slayer? I haven't been on his channel in a little while. I think last time I stopped by, I just dropped a like and watched for 15 or 20 minutes. They were sitting fireside. I think it was 2 days ago. We've come to the end of the road for this street. I'm guessing we're probably 1.5 miles from home. 1.1 miles back the other direction. We're in these newer neighborhoods today. You played with Shark for a couple days, huh? Have you gotten obviously you got your computer fixed? We're starting to get a little more light now. These cameras are good at gathering the light. This phone camera. Although I'm not too impressed with its zoom capabilities. It doesn't seem to focus in real well when you zoom in. But it's a phone, it's not a camera. No, it's a good neighborhood. It's a newer neighborhood, Treycoat. Am I pronouncing your name right? Yeah, sun's rising. Look, you can see the ground now. We can see our boy a little bit better. He was really tired out yesterday. When we got home, we walked for about an hour before we even went in the house. On the way home, when we were halfway home, we stopped at a roadside park. It was the biggest, nicest roadside park I've been to on the expressway. They had a dog walk area that was probably, half a mile long at the least. It was nice. The grass was cut. They even had picnic areas. Now, if Toby saw that rabbit right there, he would lose his mind. Trash bins are out today, looks like. Must be, I think, yes, it must be trash day for them. But I don't see very many. We were here a couple of days ago on a walk. We turned on this corner. We'll turn again. Trying to see the street sign here. It says we're at 33rd Street. So we're a good mile and a quarter from home. These electric bikes are everywhere. They don't make too much noise. Here we go. At the dog show, there was lots of people camp. Probably over 100. There's over 100 campers there. If you guys saw this weekend one of my live streams when we were out looking around, and a lot of them have those little bikes like that. They bring golf carts with them too. There'll be golf carts and electric bikes spinning all over the place. Monday morning, back to work. This is no fun. I can't wait to retire. When I was a young guy, retirement seemed so far off. I didn't give it a thought. Now I can't wait. I want to go fishing every day. Garden every day. I'm going to do a quick refresh here, folks. Hold tight. There we go. Yeah, Toby was really good. He's really good in hotels too. He just chills out. He doesn't climb on the furniture or nothing. You gotta pick him up and put him on the bed to get him on the bed. He always sleeps between me and the door. At home, he sleeps right up along against the front door, like he's guarding it. $7 million in the building. Ooh, look, we got some more Halloween here, folks. What is that? Oh, it's a scary ghost and another scary ghost. Oh, it's a tree, haunted tree. Halloween's really big here. People go all out, almost like Christmas. Do you guys celebrate Halloween where you're at? Assad, do you guys celebrate the Halloween like we do here in USA? Halloween's at the end of the month, but people are already decorating. Decorations have been up for a couple weeks already that we see in the mornings. Simone, do they go crazy for Halloween in the UK? What about Kenya, Goga? Do they celebrate Halloween in Kenya? I have no idea. I've never asked. Ooh. Smell the marijuana. Smells like it's growing marijuana, not smoking marijuana. We passed one earlier this morning. We've been out since 6 a.m. And we just signed onto the live stream about 20 minutes ago. But we passed one house. They had to be growing it outside. It was that strong. It was on the sidewalk. You could smell it like you were about to reach out and touch it. They had big shrubs, big hedges between the sidewalk and the house. They were probably 7-8 foot tall hedges. So they were probably growing the marijuana on the other side of them. Oh, it was so strong. Smelled real sweet too. Ooh. Simone TV says yes, they do celebrate Halloween in the UK. And Goka says not really, but the new generation is embracing it. I see the decorations in malls and all the cosmopolitan neighborhoods in Nairobi. It's going global. I can remember being a little kid. I think I said the other day I always dressed up as a pirate when I was little, probably before junior high school. So before 12 years old, I always dressed up as a pirate or a cowboy. And then after that, it was trying to be scary like a ghost or something like that. And now as a grown, there was years that I would sit on the porch with coveralls on, not overalls, but coveralls, and with a paper sack, a tight paper sack on my head, with just and tore out little eye holes, all jaggedy. Oh, with white gloves on. And the kids wouldn't come up on the porch to take the candy from me. Even the parents were scared. People went running. Every time I'd open the door, people would go running. I used to have a good time with that. Maybe this year I'll do that again. That was so much fun. Looking like Jason on Friday the 13th, but with a paper bag on my head instead of a Jason mask. Oh, you dressed as a pirate last year, Goga? I bet you made a good pirate. This year you're going to try to be creative. If you team up with someone and you get the horse costume, make sure you get the head. You don't want the other end. Nowadays, it seems like the grown-ups the ladies like to dress up in the sexy costumes. We haven't been to a good Halloween party in decades. I think the last Halloween party I went to was probably early 2000s. And I just saw the guy yesterday when I was walking that had the party, my friend Mark. We call him Junior. When we first started working together, back in the early 80s, late 80s, there was already another guy named Mark on the crew. So they nicknamed that guy Junior. And now he's in his 50s, and they still call him Junior. But anyway, that was the last Halloween party I went to. Had a good time. Drank a lot of beer. The zombie president? Yeah, zombies are popular. Here's a Halloween, not very scary. Look at that one, Tobe. Huh. Toby's not trying to make friends with that dog. I wonder why. Hey, look, just that quick, we got enough sunshine to see what's going on. It's still really dark here, but the camera's got it twice as bright as what it is. We've got a little bit of time to relax till our next dog show. It's not until I think it's the first week in November. There's other shows, but it's the next one that we're going to. I believe it's the first week in November. There's shows all over the country. Neighboring states. We don't leave the state yet. We're not ready. It gets very expensive when you're talking traveling for the dog shows because of the hotels and the gas and the food. So we're not ready to spend money like that. We have been staying overnight here and there, but it's only for a couple of days at a time. Next year, we're going to go to the Border Collie National Tournament or dog show. It's in Missouri. I believe somebody told me it's like a 10-hour drive from here, 11-hour drive. But I'm not ready for that this year. Plus, like I said, we got to turn back this way. There's no sidewalks. Tobe. Come on, Tobe. We got to get back to where there's a sidewalk. Yeah, it's all the way in Missouri at the Purina. I believe it's Missouri at the Purina Farms event center. Most of the dogs that we compete against will be there competing. You know, you see a lot of the same dogs at show after show in the region because we just stay in this region. Like I said, we haven't left the state yet. But the big dog shows are like Ohio, Kentucky. There's a show called the Kentuckiana, and last year they had like 40 some border collies. That's crazy. That's a lot. I imagine at the National there's probably 1,000 or more little Tobys running around. Hey Anastasia, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. We're in Michigan. How's it going, Anastasia? Did you sleep good? Oh, no, it's afternoon for you. I'm sorry. It's morning on my side. So how was your day so far? Did you go to Shamba today, or was today a market day? We picked, there's not much going on in the garden. After we got home and walked yesterday, I went out and cut down, cleared a little bit of the cucumbers out of the trellises because they're not going to produce anything more. They're pretty much done. I pulled a bunch of the zucchini plants because they are done. My neighbor across the street, she's still getting a few. But she plants it actually in the ground, so they're stronger plants. where mine are planted in containers, so they're not as strong at the end of the season. What else? We pulled some of the okra plants, the little smaller ones. Some of those okra plants are over 6 feet tall now. I was gone since Friday, so there was a few of them to pick. Some of them got really big. Like you wouldn't want to put them in the soup, they'd be chewy. But they're still good for the water. Yeah, we picked a bunch of okra yesterday. That's about the only thing growing right now. That and tomatoes, we're still getting some tomato sets. But it's down in the 40s at night, in the 50s. And our warm weather vegetables aren't going to grow in that. Now the cold weather veggies like the broccoli, cauliflower, my green peppers are growing good right now. The acorn squashes are growing. Pumpkins, watermelons. I think they're done at the end pretty soon now too. I got a couple good watermelons at the farm market this year. I've got one. Well, I picked a seed. I got a yellow seedless that I ate Thursday night Friday, and the red seedless that I cut open on Tuesday. I ate that all up. Well, I gave away half of it. They were pretty good. Anastasia says that she's coming from the market now. She had to go get some cabbage. Hey, Coco Grace, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Thanks for stopping by. You see, we're out with our boy. The sun has come up quite a bit since we started this morning. We've been out for well over an hour. We've been live streaming for half an hour. It was just too dark to come on right when we first came out. Come on, Tobe. Coco, let me get you a blue jacket here so you can connect with everybody else. I'm real slow on remembering to hand them out. There you go. Is there any more in here? Let's see. I think everybody knows everybody. And I know I've seen you here a few times. Welcome back. We don't hand them out on the first visit. Get the camera pointed at the star of the show. See how nice he moves? He doesn't move like that in a show ring. He goes to trotting and goofing off. He knows he knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing when we're in the ring. We've been practicing for so long. But when we get in the ring, he turns into a different Toby. He turns into Jackass Toby. Silly boy. Silly boy. Hey, little silly. He likes being at the dog show now. In the beginning, he barked a lot when he was in his crate at the dog shows. But now I think he looks forward to it when we get there in the morning, because he runs right for his crate. Like at home, he's never in the crate. I've got crates set up at home that I don't think he's been in his crate this month, all of September. He's hardly ever in it. But at the dog show, you got to keep them in the crates in the grooming areas, because they can't run loose at all. And In the mornings when we get there, he runs right to that crate, stands there, waits for it to get open, runs right in. I think he likes it. There's a lot of commotion, and he just sits there and watches. He sits and watches all the other dogs. I'm usually right there with him, but sometimes I'll put him in his crate and go talk to other people or go watch a different breed, like the little Shetland sheepdogs. I like to watch them. They look just like little Lassies and little Tobys, but they were little teeny tiny dogs, 10-pound dogs if that. We watched Saturday when we were live streaming. We watched the Doberman Pinschers. There's some really nice Dobermans there. And the smallest Doberman, the one that I didn't even look at twice, that's the one that won the breed. That's shows you what I know about dogs. Nothing. And I even made the comment that, oh, look at the last dog in line. The judge isn't even looking at that dog. And then a minute later, the judge pulled that dog out as the best. Like, wow. Yeah, I hear you. Bowen. Bowen Rosenthal. Where are you from, buddy? We are in Michigan. Yeah, there's meat dogs there that don't do nothing. But then there's a lot of working dogs. I know one of the other border collies is does herding trials too. But Toby's a pet dog. Bowen says he just doesn't like the show dog industry and how they have bred and ruined breeds. The American German Shepherd line is a great example. Yeah, well, Border Collies is another great example. The Border Collie, the parent, what do you call it? The National Club. They didn't join the AKC until I believe it was in the late 80s or in the mid 90s, because they didn't want the Border Collie turned into a show dog. Because they're working dogs, not working dogs, but herding dogs. So they weren't recognized by the AKC until just recently. The Border Collie people didn't want them ruined, like you're saying, the German Shepherd people. And there's a lot of Border Collies that we go up against that don't look like they could herd a duck. They're so small. Just little teeny tiny 30-pound dogs. Toby's a big boy. He just recently lost 9 pounds. Now he is at 54, 55 pounds. He's looking marvelous. He's slimmed up nice. Once I get him, we've been in the ring only for a year now, and we train every week. Once I get his gaiting straightened out, I didn't have the problem with him last year. It was this year that he started running funny. He'll be winning some best in breeds. We were really close on Saturday. The judge had us. There's this church bus somebody asked me about the other day. The Saturday judge had us during the last part of the competition, had us do everything twice. because she couldn't make her pick between Toby and the girl dog that won it. When they're making you do stuff twice, that's when you know it's real close, that we really got a chance. That other dog is a grand champion though. Toby's just a class dog. So Toby's got to be better than perfect to get placed over a champion dog, being that he's a class dog. And that's what happened on Sunday. The class dog that we beat on Saturday won it all on Sunday. We've been placed ahead of specials a couple times already. Just recently, a month ago, beginning of September, we beat two specials, 2 champion dogs for the best male, best opposite. So this is our second best op this month, or for the month of September. Yeah, this month. That's the second white and red ribbon he's gotten. Bowen says that he grew up breeding and training German Shepherds and American Bulldogs. He likes to do protection work, training, and agility and obedience. We do obedience, and we were in advanced agility until last year I had appendicitis, and we had to drop out of the class, and we just haven't gotten in the new class yet because we're real focused on the confirmation training right now and obedience. Especially the confirmation training is paramount right now because we want to get our championship. There's a couple folks looking at breeding Toby with their girl dogs. One's a 5-year-old female and one's a 3-year-old. One is a show dog and the other one is an actual working herding dog that does herding trials. At herding trials, you win money. At show competitions, you win ribbons and prizes. The herding trials like rodeo for dogs. They have them herding, practicing herding, all kinds of things. Toby's doing his business right now. We got to do a cleanup here. Hey, Talk to Life Show, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. We're just midway through our walk. While we're nearing the end here in our little village here. We're not too far from home right now. Probably 3/4 mile, half a mile maybe to 3/4. Hey, Toby, calm down a second. Sorry for the jiggly camera, folks. I got to do some cleanup work and hold on to this guy at the same time and the camera. So yuck, yuck, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. It's the only bad part of pet ownership is having to clean up all the time. You can walk through my yard barefoot because I keep it picked up all the time. And but most of the time Toby goes to the bathroom during our walks. Fun. 7 million in the building. Thanks everybody for coming by. I sure appreciate it. I work from home by myself, so Some days YouTube, kind of people on YouTube's the only people we see, right, Tobe? Let's get your lead right. Bowen, did you tell us where you're located? I might have missed it. I imagine if you're breeding and raising American German Shepherds, you're here in USA. Let's look back through. Anyway, how's your beadwork coming, Anastasia? When have you gotten any orders from USA yet? Maybe we can everybody can order at the same time from USA and get it shipped all in one package, and then they could ship out on their separately later. After that, it would probably save shipping money if you were able to package 4 or 5 of them up together. Oh, yeah, Tina lives in the next state over. I consider that being a neighbor. Tina Marie from yesterday, when I said, "Hey, neighbor." Didn't she say she was in Ohio? And that she grew up in Wisconsin? Those are both neighboring states to mine. Oh, here's some more Halloween. Here's some fancy Halloween. Look at the musicians on the porch. Is that scary enough for you? They're taking some Halloween serious here. Oh, I'm thinking, Anna, that if you package them, if you could box them all up in one box and send them to one person here, that person could ship them to the rest of the people. You know what I mean? It would be easier than sending a whole bunch of packages from there. I would think it would be cheaper to send one package, and then somebody here can just ship them the rest of the way, like the grapevine. There's some people in Texas that I get moonshine that way. Somebody brings it part way, then you pick up yours and somebody else's and deliver it the rest of the way. It's funny. Oh, that's what you're thinking too? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. When yesterday, BOK said that it's not that her husband looked into it. I think it might not have been yesterday. She said her husband looked into he works in shipping, and that he looked into shipping to Kenya, and that it was $30 to $40 to ship 10 pounds, I think is what she said. When I looked into it several months ago, just by Googling, shipping 10 pounds to Kenya, and it told me it was $1,000. I don't know what it would cost us to ship from you to here. I'll have to get my order into. I'd like one of those bags for Mom. She doesn't go to the beach, but she goes shopping. Yeah, I think those would make a nice shopping bag for her. They're really nice. I want one just like the one Grace for Mom, just like the one Grace got with the brown beads. Those were wooden beads, right? I like the wooden beads. We're gonna stay on for another 10 minutes or so. Oh, here's some more Halloween. We didn't come through here in the morning. We'll come through the next time we're doing a morning live. We'll come through here and see all this lit up. They got a lot going on in that yard. Look at that one. Ooh. Whoa. I believe we showed that yard before. Toby's locked in. I mentioned earlier that this is one of the times of the year, one of the 2 times of the year the female dogs go into heat. And so anywhere the female dog has gone to the bathroom, Toby's right on it. Like glue. Watch, I'll try to drag him away. Come on. Oh, he came easily. I thought he was going to fight it. He must have sniffed long enough. Toby's watching the things deflate across the street. Those airbag ghosts that I just showed you. It made him look. One day during my live streams, somebody asked me, it's not anybody I knew, but they asked, what's your channel about? I've seen other people get asked that. What's your channel about? What's today's topic? Our channel is about having a good time with the doggy. This little guy here. And topic is anything you want to talk about. Usually we're just chatting because we're just walking. In the beginning, we didn't even chat. We just walked when we first started live streaming. Ooh, look at the police. That's the second police car just come down through here. I don't know if y'all remember. Last week there was gunfire right across the street from my house, and I got the rest of the story on Friday by my next door neighbor, and she said that the police were over there. The police were at the house across the street trying to take bullets out of the siding, that it was a drive-by shooting. Unbelievable. Across the street from my house. Unbelievable. Those people got to move. Can't have that. And on top of that, the mom, there's teenagers living there, and the mom's in the hospital right now. She got in a car accident. That poor mother. She's laying in the hospital, busted up, and her kids are such bad kids that people are coming and shooting at their house. Hey, take it easy, Coco Grace. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Stop by anytime. This is what we do. We walk, and now we talk. A lot of times we go downtown, too, and show the sights of the river. One of these days, we're going to get down there and set up our tripod and watch the big Laker ships go by. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyhow, that shooting happened on, I think it was Tuesday morning. But things like that don't happen in my neighborhood. Well, at least they didn't used to. When I went to the cleaners to drop off my dry cleaning last week, the dry cleaning lady asked me, "Hey, I heard there was a drug bust over by where you live." And I said, "Really? I didn't know. I didn't hear nothing about it." She said, "Yeah, it was on a police scanner, and then it was on the local news." I don't watch the news anymore. This house up here on the corner, they busted it, $750,000 worth of drugs. And then they had another, like, under $50,000 in cash and a bunch of guns. crazy. This second house up here on the corner in my neighborhood. Crazy what goes on. I used to think my village was so nice and innocent, but it's not. So I talked to another neighbor. The neighbor told me that the story was on this guy on the corner here that they had driven a car from California here full of drugs, and that they stole it from the cartels. That's the story my neighbor told me. That not only were the police looking for these people, but the cartels were looking for them too. They're still working on our streets. They're going to get this paved pretty soon. The ground looks like the roadbed's a little wet. They've been running the steamroller back and forth on it, getting it compacted. Assad Danger brand. #1 fan. #1 YouTube fan. Assad Danger brand. 10 people in the house. Hey, has everybody been to Assad's channel? Assad's a gamer. #1 gamer on YouTube. He live streams every day. I believe he just got a new server too, so he's moving up and getting big. Is that correct, Assad? You guys are setting up a new server? Well, folks, we've made it home. Our hour's up. Our hour live stream has come to a conclusion. We've made it home. Look at the mess from that tree. I cleaned that up on Friday. I cleaned that up before I left. I cut the grass and I didn't run a weed whacker, but I cleaned up all this mess from the walnut tree, and it's all back again. You can hear when people run over the walnuts all night, all day. They go pop, 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 pop. You can see them in the road there. All those little circles. This was a year of bumper crop here for nuts from this tree. Last year we didn't get a whole bunch, but this year it's been insane. Bumper crop. Crazy bumper crop. We didn't get any apples this year. Here's our new pear tree. Hopefully this coming year we'll get pears. There was a bunch on it when they planted it. There was a bunch of pears on it when they planted it. And I took them off and the squirrels came and ate them up. So hopefully next year we'll get peaches next year. We were supposed to have peaches this year, but our peach tree died over the winter. Come on, Tobe. You'll get to go outside in a minute. Back outside. Here's our apple tree. This is a 3-way apple. It's got 3 different kinds of apples growing on it. Well, it's supposed to. It's not looking too good right now. It's a grafted tree where each of these branches is something different. The main tree is like Golden Delicious, and then I got a Fuji apple and a Granny Smith. 3 different kinds of apples on one tree. Isn't that something? Yes, we walked in the dark this morning. Sorry about that, Maria. You can see the shambas looking terrible. That's the back side of it. Not looking too good. I got to pull the rest of those cucumber plants this week. Pretty much clean it all out. The eggplants are still producing though. Eggplants and tomatoes. Everything else, well, I take that back. Pea pods and green beans also. But the rest of that stuff is done. It was a good year. We grew a lot. We harvested a lot. We ate a lot and gave away a lot. The next door neighbor lady ate real good this year out of my garden. I fill the plastic bags like the grocery store bag, and I hang it on the fence. And she when she sees it out her window, she comes and she just knows to come out and get it, you know. How's it going, Maria? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, it was really dark this morning. I didn't even start. We walked probably half an hour before I turned the live stream on. It was that dark, and then it was still pretty dark. This is we're on the opposite corner of my block. This is the new road construction that's going on here. We're getting some new streets back through here. All the streets need fixing, but I don't know what made them decide on this stretch of street. They broke a water main too with the roller when they were rolling it. So we had water on our side of the block, but they didn't have water on the other side of the block, the west side. Our block is separated by an alley. But they broke a water main up here. You can see the roller right there. This is the alley. The alleyway between the houses. It's actually gravel the whole way, but the city has stopped. They used to run the grader down these alleys every year, but they stopped doing it probably. I'm thinking it's been at least 5 years since they ran the grader down through here. But it's supposed to all be gravel. But you see the grass is taking over. The city doesn't maintain the infrastructure like they used to. And the only reason this alleyway is open is because these power lines and these two garages that open to the alley. This one here, and there's one here. Otherwise, they could close the alley off. It would be nice. We get a lot of people walking down through here. And of course, we get stuff stolen. We moved all the eggplants out of this part of the garden. Except, well, not all of them. There's one right there. I'm sorry. But we had to move all the wood in here. Our wood pile was right here. But somebody came and stole a bunch of it, so we had to move it. Otherwise, they'd take it all. The kale's still growing good. Here I was saying goodbye and got off track. The kale's still growing real nice. Look at this one. There's 2 plants in this one. We got some stiff leaves, but there's some soft ones in there too. Toby's digging all kinds of holes. Here, the green beans. You see I was gone all weekend. Look how big they got. But this is still putting out. We're still getting a lot of green beans here. I was gone. I didn't pick them, so now they're ginormous. Come on, little Toby. Well, like I was saying, folks, thanks for coming by. It was a good morning. Thanks for all the conversation. We're going to go in here, get some breakfast. Toby's going to get fed. The cat's going to get fed. And I'm going to get to work. I got a lot of work to do the next few days. You probably won't see much of me. I got to catch up on something. And I think I'm gonna have to turn the TV and the YT off for a day or two. You guys be cool, and we'll see you on the next live stream. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. If you dropped me a like, I really appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.